Hello guys, welcome back. In this video, we're going to discuss the dilemma that guides the majority, if not all the concepts of reinforcement learning. This is the exploration versus exploitation dilemma. The plan for this video is as follows. 1. Recap the traditional A-B testing. 2. Explore the working of the AI agent for A-B testing. 3. Disclose the exploration versus exploitation dilemma. And 4. Point out the practical differences between traditional and AI A/B testing. These topics are really important for our understanding. They will put some lights on the reason of why we're performing A/B testing with an AI agent. Alright, let's get started recalling briefly the working of the traditional A/B testing. A/B testing is a method that helps you to decide between the best version of something. Let me give you an example. Suppose that you have a website with a homepage, and this homepage has a big green button saying, "Click here to buy." You don't know if the green color is the best color for this button, and this doubt makes you to think that the purchase decision from the visitors might be partially influenced by the color of the button. Based on this hypothesis, you decide to copy the homepage, change the color of the button, and display to the visitors, hoping to increase the number of clicks. However, only having another homepage is not enough. You need a strategy to test it. You have researched methods to do it and discovered a technique called A/B testing. This technique says that you should equally split your website traffic for each version of the homepage that you want to test. This division should be made randomly, and after a time span, you need to measure the number of clicks from the tested versions and decide which one is the winner. In a few words, this is an overview about how the traditional A/B testing works. Let's go a little bit further. Traditional A/B testing can be divided in two phases called exploration and exploitation. First of all, pay attention to the name of the phases: exploration and exploitation. At the first glance, they seem to have the same meaning, but actually they don't. I'll try to use my own words to explain it to you. Exploration means that you search over a space in order to learning, acquire knowledge, and figure out more with no information in advance. You don't know anything about a place, concept, and subject when you start to explore them. On the other hand, exploitation is an exploration supported by the learning and the knowledge acquired in advance. At the first moment of the exploitation, you already have previous informations about the place, concept, and subject. It empowers you to explore more wisely, efficiently, and fast. I hope that I made myself clear here, guys. After this appendix, let's go back to the point where we were exploring the working of the traditional A/B testing. As I was saying, this method can be divided in two phases. During the exploration phase, you display the two versions of the homepage. 50% of the traffic will see one version, while the other 50% will see the other. After a while, let's say 6 weeks, you analyze the outcomes and decide that the best version of the homepage is the one with the green color button. After this decision, the exploration phase ends and the exploitation phase starts. From now on, you only display the winner homepage to 100% of the traffic. In summary, the traditional A/B testing tests the homepage versions and decides which one performs better, and uses this information to display only the winner homepage during the exploitation phase. Alright guys, this is how the traditional A/B testing works. Now let's explore the working of the AI agent for A/B testing. The idea of A/B testing with an AI agent is slightly different. The major difference is the presence of the agent. Based on a strategy, it selects which version of the homepage should be displayed to the visitors. We have talked about two strategies so far in this course: the omniscient and the random strategy. In the next sections, we're going to talk about 3 more strategies. Let me give you an example. Assuming that the exploration phase are 6 weeks long, In the first week, the agent displays each version to 50% of the visitors. In the second week, the agent realizes that the home page with green color button had the best performance and decides to display this home page now up to 6% of the visitors. In the third week, the agent observes again another great performance of the same home page and chooses to increase the portion again, now up to 70% of the visitors. The agent keeps increasing 10% of visitors each week to display the winner home page that remains the same until the rest of the experiment. At the end of the experiment, we can see that along the 6 weeks of exploration, the agent tries to solve the exploration-exploitation problem in a different way. Instead of two distinct periods of pure exploration and pure exploitation, AI agent is adaptive and simultaneously include exploration and exploitation, making a smooth transition between the phases. In a sense, the way to deal with the transition between the exploration and exploitation phases highlight the practical differences between these two variations of the same technique. We can conclude that the characteristics of the traditional A/B testing are as follows. 1. Pure exploration and pure exploitation phases. 2. Hard transition between the phases. And 3. Loss of conversion display inferior web page to the visitors. Contrasting the aspects of traditional method, we have the AI agent for A/B testing. We can conclude that 1. Simultaneously includes exploration and exploitation phases. 2. Smooth transition. And 3. Increased conversion displaying superior web page versions more often. Pretty neat this idea, doesn't it? However, this possibility of having an adaptive AI agent able to simultaneously include exploration and exploitation phases brings us an important decision, which leads to the exploration and exploitation dilemma. How much time should we invest in the exploration and in the exploitation phase? If the AI agent invests more time exploring, it will spend less time earning effectively, and vice versa. There are advantages and drawbacks when the agent invests more or less time in exploration. Invest less time exploring can increase the earnings, but it brings a risk. Less time exploring can be not enough to truly evaluate the performance of the two versions of the home page. The agent might assume the winner too soon, and it turns out that the other version were actually the best one. This balance constitutes the exploration versus exploitation dilemma. In summary, AI agents are just about developing strategies to balance the time invested between exploration and exploitation phases in order to maximize the results. Alright guys, we reached the end of this section. I hope that I've made the concepts crystal clear. If you didn't understand something, go back at the beginning of this section and watch the video again. Make sure that you have mastered this subject. It will help you to comprehend the goal of the AI agents and how their strategy proposes distinct ways to solve the same problem. In the next